Not dead yet. I'm pleased to say, boys and girls, I have not yet expired. And I can't expire yet anyway, because, I have been booked, as I said many times before, for the next 250 years to continue talking directly into your little earlobes and looking at you from afar. Good morning. It's Sunday the 9th of October 2016. Welcome to this morning's United Kingdom Talk. I'm Chris Reardon, and I haven't spoken to you since Tuesday, have I? Because I've been struck down with flu. And it was all very sudden, really. I went to work on Tuesday night. I went to work on Tuesday night as normal. Everything was okay. That was a bit of a thing as well. So I got to work at the Golden Lion in Camden. Once again, it wasn't ready. I got there and it was a difficult journey in as well. It's unusual for Tuesday to be a difficult journey in. The traffic normally flows quite well, but it wasn't. So instead of getting there at like 10 past 8, I got there at 25 past 8. Nothing was ready. The pool table was still in position, so I couldn't get to that, couldn't get set up properly. Anyway, so the pool table had to be moved, and they've put this wooden top on the pool table, and I set up on top of that. And people started trying to move it, and they were pushing it, trying to give this a good shove, and I started helping as well. And all of a sudden, there was this crack, and one of the blooming legs broke off. Yeah, so someone went and got a bar stool or a little stool, put that under the corner, and that's what we had to do. So, unfortunately, someone broke the pool table on this particular night. Anyway, so. Eventually I set up, and I was very pleased to tell you that we started on time, because I can't stand being late. I really hate being late. Started on time, so that was at 9 o'clock. At about 10:15-ish, 10:30-ish, we were in full flow. People were coming up to sing and what have you. And I was standing there. And I was talking to Wendy on the Facebook, who was watching the live karaoke stream. And telling her, I felt quite well at the moment. The old stomach had been working properly for a few days without the powder. Regular occurrences of movements were happening. So I was quite pleased about that. The slight chest thing that I had a few days ago while I was on holiday, actually, seemed to have cleared up, and that was that. And I felt really good, and we said goodbye, and Wendy went to bed early. And then blow me down, no more than 20 minutes later, my legs all of a sudden started aching. And it was very, very sudden. I hadn't noticed anything wrong with them before, so I'm standing there. And I thought, blimey, my legs are really aching. I'll sit down. I've probably been standing up for too long. So I got this stool and sat down on the stool. And that didn't make any difference. And then very shortly after that, a few minutes after that, I suddenly became very cold. And I picked up the microphone in between some people singing. And I said, has it got cold in here, or is it me? And they're looking and I said, no, it's not you, it's not us. It's not cold in here at all. And it was very busy. We had the lovely girls playing darts down the other end, and we were quite busy for the karaoke. And I thought, oh. Anyway, I thought, well, maybe a door opened somewhere, down the other end, and the cold air was coming. It'd be all right in a minute. And, of course, it wasn't. So I looked down on the floor, and I remembered I'd put a jumper on the floor next to me. Put the jumper on and literally sat there on the stool like this, trying to keep warm. I then started becoming very, very tired and lethargic. And we got through the night. End of the night, I've got people coming up to me saying, as often happens, they'd had a good night and we'll see you soon. Maureen was there. She bought me a little cheese salad again. Thank you, Maureen and Steve. And I think I said to Steve, I said, I'm sorry, Steve, I can't hang around tonight. I said, I need to get home. I really don't feel well at all. Anyway, so people started leaving, and I was putting my stuff away, and a couple of the blokes come in. He said, "You all right, Chris?" I said, "No," I feel terrible. He said, "Right, go out to the car, we'll bring your stuff out for you." I can't remember who it was now. I was a little bit not aware of what was going on around me as well. And got into the car, and I was really cold now. Got in the car, turned the heating on full, 30 degrees, I think it goes up to in the car, and closed all the windows, and off I went. And for the whole journey, I had the windows closed and the heater full on. Now, you know how hot that gets. And I might have the heater on, I don't know, not too hot. I'll have it just coming out the side things, because I quite like it. You know, when you hold the steering wheel and the hot air's hitting your hands, that's quite nice, isn't it? But I never opened the windows, and I never turned the heating down for the whole journey home, which was about an hour and a quarter. And I got out the other end. I thought, this is going to be cold when I get out the car. Well, I opened the door, stepped out the car, opened the garage door, and I was shaking like that I was. And I thought, oh, got the car in the garage. I couldn't unload it. I just did not have any strength whatsoever now. Couldn't unload the car, locked it all up, put the alarm on, and came back into the house. I thought, I better have a cup of tea, put the heating on in the house, and turn that up to like 25 or whatever that is. And made myself a cup of tea. And while I was holding the cup, I've got a cup in here. I was holding the cup, and my hand was like this, was shaking like that. Not like this, like that. It was literally what the bleeding hell's going on here? So I made a cup of tea. I think I might have had a piece of toast as well, and watched some telly, and then I'd come to bed. By which time I'd warmed up a bit, went to bed. Of course, I don't think I probably did sleep a bit here and there, but the whole night I just kept waking up all the time. And then, of course, you're too hot now, and you're very, very hot in bed. I've thrown the covers over and all that. And the next day, I rang up Ronnie. I says, what, I said, I've got this. He said, oh, I'll come over. So he came over. So and the Wednesday, basically, I had to cancel the quiz on Wednesday, unfortunately. And I knew I wouldn't be able to do it. But I cancelled it. I think it was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon I decided to cancel it. And up to then, I'd said to Ronnie, I said, can you come with me to the quiz? I think you're going to have to drive. He said, well, don't do it. He says, how can you do the quiz? I said, I don't know. I said, I can probably go on automatic and walk around and smile. You can do this. We are... I'm obviously not an actor, but I'm quite good at that. I can hide things, illnesses, and unhappiness. You have to, go, hello everyone, and welcome to today's quiz. And you are actually hiding it. It really is. And he kept going on and on me to cancel, and I'm like, you stick your heels in. And then about 1, 2 o'clock, I thought, oh, I can't do this tonight. And I rang up my friend Ben. I said, if she agrees, if Ashley, who's the manager of the King's Head Theatre Bar, agrees, could you do the quiz tonight? He said, yeah, I can do it for you. So that was Wednesday. I thought, well, maybe I'll be all right for tomorrow. So Wednesday night I spent on the settee, just watching endless television, and feeling not just ill all the time. The coldness had gone now. No, I wasn't shaking or shivering. Mind you, it was so hot in here. Even Ronnie said it was hot, and he's one of those people who has his heating on the whole year. Slight in the middle of August, and temperature drops below sort of 80 degrees. He'll put the heating on. He's one of those, and even he said it was. Oh, it's a bit hot in here, Chris. And then Thursday, I think I had a bit of a sleep. That was okay. Thursday, I got up and I laid on the settee, and he came over, and I was just delirious. I was delirious. Apparently, I was... Well, I can remember talking. I remember laying on the settee, and he came over. he let himself in. He let himself in. And he was on the settee, and apparently I was talking, but not talking. If you sort of... a bit like that. Delirious, and not just random words, nothing of which was making sense. I emailed my special doctor, and he says stay at home. If the temperature goes up above 37.5 degrees, or you bring up brown or green stuff from your lungs, go straight to casualty. That's what he said. Okay. So I remembered I had one of these in the medicine cabinet, digital thermometer type thing. And you see, you never work this thing. And of course, I turned it on, and immediately oh, there we go. Let's do this now. So should we do this now? The battery was a bit down. It says low, wasn't it? So 30. It says 36.3 today, so that's all right. He said if it goes above 37.5, I think he says, goes straight to casualty or green or brown stuff from the lungs. And I kept measuring my temperature. I think it got to 37.4, so we were just under that. And he says, and then Ronnie emailed him as well because he knows him as well. And he said if he remains delirious for more than 24 hours, go to casualty as well, or something like that. I can't remember what I meant. Anyway, by the evening, that kind of stopped, and I was able to sit up and watch the telly and talk normally. Ronnie looked over at me. He says, "You know, you've been talking shit all morning." And I said, well, there's no change there then, is there, really, you know? So that was Thursday. I rang up someone to cover the Thursday, my friend Adam. I thought, I must be all right by tomorrow, Friday. I said, because Friday, it's difficult finding someone to fill in Friday. It really is. And but I got to Thursday afternoon and I thought, you know, cancel tomorrow. It's best that you say it now rather than leave it till tomorrow. So Thursday I rang up my agent and got her to cancel Friday and Saturday, actually, because I was at Central Station Friday and Saturday. So I cancelled that, and then I thought, well, maybe it'd be all right Sunday. Well, Saturday came. I rang up Gary, who runs the Sydenham place, on Thursday and told him how it was. He said, well, just let us know. Well, no, Friday I rang him. Just let us know by Saturday night. Okay. So Saturday morning I got up and I still felt really bad. And I rang him, I think. I sent him a text Saturday morning. I said, really, I think I'm going to have to knock this on the head at least until after the weekend. I said, I can't really do anything. Okay, then. He says, no problem at all. I'll see you next week. So it's nice that people understand that, isn't it? But then, again, I've said to you before, I'm not someone that takes time off at a whim. You know? We don't have, I've got a sore throat. I need a couple of days. Oh, I've cut my finger. I mean, these people are absolutely pathetic. Pathetic people. Who've got something slightly wrong, and immediately they have to take a week off work, or they talk, you know, or they lie. These people that have time off every 5 minutes. Now, this year it's not been a good year, is it really? I had that chest infection earlier in the year. Then I had the back thing, the ongoing trouble with the stomach, and now this. It's not bad. I hope this is not going to get worse as the years go by now. So that was Sunday. Now, so that was Friday, wasn't it? Friday that was. And then Friday afternoon, I said, Ronnie, do you know, I really want to go out somewhere. I said, not out as in out, you know, just for a walk or something. He says, okay. He said, well, what do you want to do? He said, well, I'll tell you what. He said, why don't we go and walk around the gardens then? I said, oh, that's nice. He said, I'll come and get you. I said, no, let me walk over to you. He said, oh, it's a really long walk. Now, to me, it's not a long walk. You see, Ronnie doesn't walk anywhere. He's got the bad back, of course. But he doesn't like to walk anywhere. He'll park the car right next to the door of the supermarket, that sort of thing. So a 20-25 minute walk to him, he thinks that's a long distance to walk. I don't think that's a long distance. So I said, no, I'll walk. He said, well, ring me if you get tired. So I left the house. I suppose this is about 11 o'clock Saturday morning. And I walked for about 10 minutes. Oh, I was knackered after that. But I pushed myself. I thought I better push myself. And of course it started raining. You know, no umbrella. And I've just got this woolen hat in my pocket. I thought, oh, here we go. But luckily the rain wasn't too cold. So I managed to get to his house and I collapsed in this armchair. At which point a cup of tea was rushed over to me. And I think I possibly went to sleep for half an hour after that in the chair. And that really knocked me out. And then we went to the garden centre. I got really tired walking around the garden centre. We'd only been there 15 minutes. He wanted to get a couple of hanging baskets, winter hanging baskets. And then we had some dinner, chips and halloumi cheese I had. Then I come back home and went straight back to bed. This would have been Friday at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I woke up again at 6, watched loads more television. That was Friday. Same sort of thing on Saturday. We did exactly the same thing Saturday, actually. I think went back to the garden centre because he wanted another 2 hanging baskets. We weren't in there long. I picked up 4 plants. I looked at these plants. They were ever so big. Cyclamen, you know cyclamen? They're like little pink things, but they got pink, white, red and another shade of pink. But they had large ones, and I've never seen the large ones before. So I put these 4 things in the basket. And I thought, well, I won't be able to plant those now. I'll leave them outside the front door until they're ready. Got to the checkout, and he had his basket as well. And I said to the woman, I said, how do you keep these going? She said, well, you know they're not outdoor ones. Oh, aren't they? I thought cyclamen. She said the small ones are, the large ones aren't. They won't withstand the frost. I said, oh, I'll have to put them back. So I picked up 3 of them and took them back. I come back for the 4th one, and he's gone. And I'm like, where's he gone? I said to the bloke, where's he gone? Oh, he's gone out to the car. I said, there's another plant in there. At which point, I've got to put back. At which point, I saw the woman, who was also on the till, coming back with a plant. She'd obviously run out after him, thinking that he'd nicked a plant. Oh, the embarrassment, dear. Anyway, she was all right about it. It was just an accident. I was going to put that one black later as well. Came back home, went to bed. That was Saturday. Cancelled the Sunday, as you know. And here we are now on a Sunday morning. I haven't been up to go to church this morning. That would have been impossible to cycle to church. Plus, I couldn't really take the car because the car's still loaded with the gear from Tuesday. I haven't had the strength to empty it yet, unfortunately. I might try and do that later. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do something tomorrow night, Monday night. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do the karaoke at Central Station tomorrow night. So we'll see how we get. So that's me. That's me at the moment. All right. A lot of people, of course, I know. Please don't put the message underneath here. Don't overdo it, Chris. We know we don't need to be told that. Thank you so much for your kind thoughts as well. All the little messages that have come up there, get well soon and what have you on the old Facebook. Really, really appreciate those. Thank you very much. As well as, of course, your little private messages and things like that. But I know now that you've watched this, someone's going to put underneath, oh, make sure you don't overdo it or stay safe. I never understand what is meant by the word stay safe. What do you mean? How? Tell me what to do to stay safe. Do you know what I mean? Good meaning people say these sort of things. But don't overdo it. No, well, how? You either do it or you don't, and that's it. I might try and do it tomorrow night, and we'll see how we go. All right. I notice there's a lot of people who I know whose birthdays is today. Of course, if your birthday was in the last few days, you didn't get it, did you? Because I've been off. There's no way I could have done one of these either. So if it was your birthday and you want the little birthday song, then please send us a private message, and I'll do that on the next show, which may or may not be tomorrow. Just have to see how we are. Okay, but I'm happy to go backwards. But to go back through all of them would take an entire show itself. So here we go. Happy birthday to Dawn, who is a wonderful lady, and she used to come to the 70s and 80s nights at the Black Cap in Camden's Town, right the way through the 90s. All right, happy birthday, Dawn. Hope you're very well indeed, my darling. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Michael Berry, He doesn't say. There's not many ages here. A lot of people hiding their ages now. You naughty people. The age is just a number. Happy birthday, Michael. Hope you're doing very well indeed. Love the new hair, love. Lovely colour hair. What does it say on the packet? What colour hair is that? Happy birthday, Michael. Happy birthday to Tilly Mooney, who I went to primary school with. She used to live in Roehampton as well. Same area there I was brought up, really, in the 1970s and 80s. Happy birthday, Tilly. Happy birthday to John Lemon, otherwise known as Lily Lemon. Top London DJ right the way through the 70s. Do I include the 70s in that, John? 70s, 80s, 90s. Top DJ. Happy birthday, John. 57. Gosh. Yeah, even older than me. 5 years in front of me, aren't you? Happy birthday to MyMuchacha more then. Happy birthday, my darling. That's a lovely little flower you've got in your ear in your picture. Happy birthday to Billy O'Leary, who I haven't seen for some years now. Went on holiday. Well, he was on a holiday site where I was doing some comparing and a little bit of DJing in Italy and France a few times. Happy birthday, Billy. Happy birthday to top man Nigel Harris, 34 today. Happy birthday, Nigel. He comes along to the karaoke sometimes. I've known him for years and years. He's such a really nice person. Heart of gold, that man. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Ryan Cummings, who's a DJ. He worked at Belushi's DJing, same place as I worked at for many years. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to John Allensby. All right, sir. It looked like you're enjoying an ice cream in that picture. Dave Oxley. Dave used to teach recently at the school I went to, the London Oratory School, and he used to teach some music in there. So happy birthday, Dave. All right. Happy birthday to Dafydd, who was a barman at the Black Cat, where I used to work with him there. Happy birthday, Dafydd. I don't know what you're doing now, actually. What job are you doing? I might have a look in a minute. Happy birthday to Ronald Mawhinney, 34 today. Happy birthday, Ronald. And happy birthday to Steve Whitlock, who did a lot of... I don't know if you're still doing it. You used to do a lot of internet radio. You had your own internet radio station, didn't you, sir? Not sure if you're doing that anymore. But let's sing the song to you all. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. There we are. Oh, isn't that fabulous? Even with this terrible illness that I have at the moment, which is it's on the way out, but it's going to take another, I would say, another week or so, perhaps even longer before I'm back to normal. But even with this, I'm able to sing practically pitch perfect, aren't I? I'm very, very tempted to sit here and sing you, the entire Hallelujah chorus this morning. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Which is probably a little bit better than the people that you saw on X Factor last night. I see that started again. I'm certainly not a fan of all the way it is, but I did watch it last night while I was laying there, bored watching telly, and it wasn't too bad, to be honest. It was all right. Anyway, that's it today. Have a lovely Sunday, boys and girls. There is no karaoke at Sydenham tonight. I can't do that tonight. It's going to be too much work. That is really lifting all that stuff in and out. But tomorrow, I'll let you know about tomorrow. We'll have to see how things go, all right? Apart from that, have a lovely Sunday. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, and thank you for your lovely messages. Cheerio now.